From the second chapter, let's talk about beginning a new drawing. It's like any other application within either Windows or Mac. You come up to File, and Open or New are the two things we're going to talk about. Open, and it's going to look for a DWG file. AutoCAD's going to be looking for a drawing file. These are existing drawings that have already been completed or are underway and have been saved. But if you're starting from new, AutoCAD's going to be looking for a different type of file, and that's a DWT. This is a template file. A template file is a way that AutoCAD actually stores a whole bunch of parameters like plotting size, units, your workspace, all kinds of information, borders, title blocks that you would take a lot of time creating if you didn't open up a template. So let's open up an existing drawing and notice that there isn't too much information there. The one of the templates that is offered new is probably going to actually offer a lot more setup than if I was just to pull up a existing exercise from the book. Let's open up a architectural drawing. Imperial versus metric. Imperial is what we're using. Imperial is the standard units that we'd be using in the US. If I open up a manufacturing drawing in Imperial, you're going to see that I now have a title block, border, as well as a lot of other setups that we'll talk about later without going into too much detail. So that's how templates work. If I were to do any edits on this, and let's just say I throw down some lines, I would of course want to save this work. File, Save. File, Save is going to edit the existing drawing, not the DWT. The template will not be changed by doing this. If I did a file Save As and saved it as template, it would indeed, if I clicked any one of these, change the parameters within that template to modify it to be whatever I've changed this new drawing to be. So in other words, I can save as a drawing, and that's just really what I'm going to print out for that project. Or I can save as a template, a DWT, and make it so that whatever these parameters I've just set up, I'll have them available for any new drawing that I want to create in the future. As for how to name your drawing, refer to your book in Chapter 2 about examples of mechanical, architectural, and structural drawing file naming schemes. Schemes are going to add a lot more information to your file save as than just something you're going to whip up like your initials and a number. You're going to put a lot of times revision numbers, whether it's an architectural or mechanical drawing, a whole lot of information within the drawing name to give it some intelligence. So let's say you have multiple drawings open. Let's open up a couple of drawings here. And you want to be able to manage how these appear. You can easily lose one behind the screen here and not be able to see it. Within the ribbon, under the Windows section, you're going to see there's these options here to either tile horizontally, tile vertically, or cascade. If I click on cascade, it sets up these two drawings, but I might have 6 drawings open, and it would cascade all those so that it put them neatly in some order so I can actually flip between the two. And then the other two are just like they sound like if I'm working on 2 different drawings, if I'm pulling information from this drawing and placing it into this one, this is a nice format to work with, as well as tiling horizontally. So that's the ribbon method of actually trying to view multiple drawings. But you can do it with the traditional, remember the menu bar that we had turned on here. If I go to Windows, those 2 drawings are open at the bottom. This is standard for any Microsoft application. And if I just select on, and these might be minimized down below. You notice that they're down here now. If I come up here to Windows and open up this guy, I can select whichever ones I may have minimized down below. One last thing before we close up here. This is the model space where you actually design and draw your whatever component or whatever room or whatever architectural or mechanical project you're working on. In order to get a view of what you'll be printing out or to set up, you'll go into the Layout tab down below. So these are the 2 spots on here. You may accidentally click on this and not know where you're at. If you see an all white background like that, you're pretty much in the layout or paper space. And this is the model space.